Correct. Pass, get it. Hold through. Wait.
Cheer discharge party. Everything else, as you can tell, is kind of boring. You're just sitting here going through all of the various 41 steps until we get to the good stuff. Cheer!
John, think about it.
The French wars of religion that were fought in Italy, go figure. The Spanish commanders had a hard time being able to penetrate the armor of gendarmes, which are French knights that had heavy plate armor, because the arquebus just simply was not powerful enough to do that. So they figured, well, if we could bring something with something like a wall gun, but onto the field, then we could probably, do a lot better against these gendarmes. Unfortunately, something that was bigger and heavier was a lot harder to wield. These are what we would call light muskets, only about 12 pounds. The average musket in the day would go anywhere from about 15 and as much as 39.5 pounds. That's a lot of barrel to have to, hold out with your hand. So they came up with the horquilla, the musket rest. Now, they were developed about the 1520s, but they were not given a name until about the 1540s. It was mentioned it for the Battle of Mulberg or something like that, about 1547, something like that. So that's when the heavy arquebus was first given the name of Mosquetería. You're going to be quizzed at the end of the day. So, listo? Alrighty. Now this is the most dangerous part of the operation. All it takes is for a ember to fall down into the pan in a crevice where there might be one grain, and then this musket will unintentionally discharge. Hey, cara! 68 caliber. 69 was kind of like the larger end of the scale for arquebuses, and then muskets were.
Open your mouth.
Until they fire.
Ready? Like Asher said, are you sure? I double checked as well.
Actually, no, those aren't.
Head cara! Ready?
What?
Cheer up! Exact date. It was more like a phase out because bear in mind back in the day, war was a numbers game. It wasn't so much if you could beat the other guys, it's how much of his forces can you take out before he takes out all of your forces. Now, let's say you have a duel between a company of musketeers and a company of archers. How long does it take to train a really, really good archer? It takes years.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right. I can bring a guy online in a couple of weeks. So let's say the first showdown, I have 90% casualties, but let's say the bows only have 10%. Next week or 2 weeks later, I'm back up to 1,000 guys, but you're still at 900. And so on and so on. Eventually, I'll just decimate you with all the lead I can throw down range. Gerard!
Have you ever heard of the Crusades, good sir?
Oh, the church, I love this. I will go back and tell the friars about this, and I'll say, you know, we could conquer so much more Holy Land with these bad boys.